I would love to ask you some questions that will help. We have this huge ecosystem of startups that are building AI companies. And, it's funny, you were there when the internet, was everything. And if you're trying to build an internet company, it's pretty obvious that, TCP IP stack isn't going to change. You're going to be right on top of it. It's like,
Yeah.
compare that to AI today and you're like, wow, it's such a moving target that you're building on top of.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you can help the teams in any way understand, are we going to build our own like windsurf cursor type capability, or is that an available market?
Meaning where's OpenAI not going to go that leaves space for the entrepreneurs to build?
Exactly. And I'll give you a case study. So, Mark Ornberg, the chairman of MIT, really wanted Sam to come to campus and meet with the president, Sally Kornbluth.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam said, yeah, I'll come and do that if you introduce me to 50 startups back to back. And so Mark set it all up and they did the 50 back-to-back meetings, and then
that's awesome.
Sam was on stage. But, Sam, genuine, Y Combinator background, absolutely cares about the startup economy thriving on top of OpenAI.
Mm-hmm.
So the mission is right in alignment, but then knowing what's going to happen next is harder than anything I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
So any insight you can give on
what's your advice to entrepreneurs wanting to build on top of OpenAI? We've seen a lot of OpenAI wrappers in the past.
Mm-hmm.
What's your advice? Thoughts?
So here's the context that I think is most important. Every single product we use, every single service that we use today, every single device that we use, all of them, practically all of them were pre-AI. Any of the ones that are at scale were pre-AI. They're all going to be reinvented.
It's like adding electricity to every mechanical thing.
Exactly. It's a really good analogy. Yeah. Everything is going to be reinvented. And, sometimes the incumbents are going to figure out how to do it themselves. If history's any, if history's any guide, not many of them are going to figure it out, right? And that's a huge opportunity for startups, for entrepreneurs, because we're in this complete transformation. So that's super exciting. I think it's an awesome time to be an entrepreneur. Certainly, we're going to try and do some of that reinvention ourselves. But no matter how big we get, how many things we do, I'm talking everything is different, right? And it's not just tech, it's also the way you interact with your doctor is different. So material science is different. So we're only going to be able to do this much. And so what we say to the developers is, if you're building right at the edge of what the models can do, you're so far at the bleeding edge that the models can't quite do the thing you want, but you can just see little glimmers of hope. That's a great place to be building.
Yeah.
Because 2 months from now, we're going to launch a new model, and the thing that you've been just barely getting to work is going to sing, and that's going to be awesome. If instead what you're doing is covering, patching a problem with the current model, and you're afraid of the next model launch that we are going to come out with because it's going to, it's going to obviate the need for the thing you're building, don't do that. Assume that the models are going to keep getting better at a crazy pace, and build something that's just at the edge so you're excited about the next model because it's going to make your thing awesome.